Hey guys, you Jim here, Snow86. We are back on Farm Sim. So we're here at Ladyhill doing our thing, and quite simply our thing today is seeding the wheat that we said we'd do. So that's what we're at. So we're starting in field 4. We have a little bit of it done, and we have a couple more up and down passes before we then move on to the headlands. But it's just that we jump in here and see how it goes for us. So far so good. Can't complain. I think I need to pick up this line here somewhere. I think this is a line that we do now need to see down, and my door is deciding it wants to open. So we close that and we'll tip away down the field, guys. So GPS enabled, and yeah, we're just doing the ups and downs, tipping away at it, as I say. Now using a nice bit of seed. Wheat does seem to be high volume seed user, so we're just making sure we should have enough, I think, to do the two fields. Famous last words, of course. We'll probably end up running short now. So let me just get back down here just a little bit, and we should be good to drop and engage GPS again. So tip away, get it done, and yeah, not too much more going on. We are into October, so we're getting through it slowly but surely. And we should get a little pop up there now to say we're running over, or we're bound to overlap, so we'll stop and reverse ourselves again. And we should be good there, and away we go again. So yeah, it's pretty short on the farm. Obviously this winter we are going to attempt that €100,000 raise. We are on the look for a new combine, and we have started that process, so nothing has come back to us yet, but we are not under pressure now for the next, I don't know how long it will be. And let me get my train of thought clear here as we try and sort this out. Yeah, so we've nothing now to harvest till July, August next year. So in theory we probably could sell our combine over the winter, and hopefully we do come across a cheaper model somewhere. That would be the goal or the plan. That then would enable us to raise the cash to develop the yard and put in the cattle shed we want to put in, and kind of expand our operation that way. Without, like, realistically we cannot take a loan, we just do not have the finances for it. So yeah, we just need to be wary of all those things as we go. So we flick ourselves straight onto a headland rush here now. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. It's a Diets top liner is what we're looking at. If we can get it for cheap, depends on how cheap we get it, obviously, and things. But I think, in the back of my head, I'm hoping that it does work out. That we'll sell our class, pick up the Diets. It will put us back a little bit in terms of technology and whatnot. But I think it does help us push the farm forward, that in 4 or maybe 3 to 4 years we're making good money, and we can afford then to bump up to an even bigger harvester. Header widths will stay the same, so in that regard we're not doing too bad. It's just an older style combine really. So yeah, we'll just have to suck it up and move with it. That would probably be the way that is going to work out, guys. So, but for now, as I say, we're just tipping away, doing our bit here. Oh, wrong line. We're going to be on that one. And yeah, we'll just keep getting the seed in the ground, get ready for next year. That's all we can really do, and hopefully, we, as I say, we do raise the money. Now, the money we got from, or the money we will get from the soybeans should be enough to cover our loan, but we won't see that money till July, so that is also now a concern. So it's all these little things. We're just kind of, I won't say we're playing with fire, we're just trying to find the best way to take that jump, and once we get that jump taken, it should really then see us, because we're getting pretty close now to being able to produce milk, which will really be the game changer for us on the farm. It's what we need to be able to clear that pesky debt. Because yeah, it's that pesky debt is what is going to, well, it won't cripple us, but it's definitely not helping our cause. Owing 5 grand a month every month is going to take its toll at some stage on us, so we need to, we're just about keeping our head above water at the moment, so we need to kind of keep that going as best we can anyway. And hopefully then in the meantime we'll pull ourselves out of it. I think that's us here, so we'll go back up, and at least now we know that we're starting at a new tram line here every time. So yeah, we're just about surviving at the moment. We're not really making money per se. I don't think we are anyway. It doesn't feel like we are. So we're just under a constant stream of pressure. But once the cows start paying off all this hard work that we've been doing for the past couple of year, well, year, it'll be 2 years by the time it starts to pay off, I think. Hopefully, guys, will all be worth it then. Oh, there we go. We were on the wrong one. We'll get going again. So yeah, I'm going to crack on here, guys. What we might do, we haven't done in a long time, is a little bit of a time lapse. So I'm going to shut up now, and yeah, I'm going to let a time lapse kick on. So it'll be a little bit of a jump and straight to a time lapse. Back in the field. So little quick time lapse was finishing up that field, and we still have this one to go. So we're going to crack on, keep going, guys. As I say, there's not a whole pile much else happening around the place. We will probably in the next video be looking at starting to do our bit of landscaping, clearing of ground and stuff. Won't be much in it. We'll break out the chainsaw and we'll cut down the bushes and whatever we need to get rid of, and we'll have to see then about creating a bit of a base for our shed, because as I say, hopefully I'm hoping sooner rather than later we can actually purchase that shed and get things kind of moving there. It does mean we just need to double check everything to make sure it'll work, because we want to be producing milk and stuff, but we could then move our herd into that shed and keep the calves in the other shed closest to the yard. Again, we just have to see how it goes, but well, I suppose for the short term we won't be under that much pressure to move things around, but hopefully in another year from, it'll be 2 years realistically from this point, we'd have a large enough stock that we'd be filling that shed then, and then we'd be looking to move animals on. So that's where we're kind of sitting at the moment, guys. As I say, nothing too exciting, but yeah, we're going to crack on, get this done. Yeah, we'll see what we can do then after this. I don't think there's a whole pile. Might be we'll have a bit of rolling actually. We could roll these fields. That's something we do need to get done. So we could break out the roller and do that, and yeah, after that will be, I don't think we need to fertilize these fields, but we do need to fertilize one of our canola fields, I believe. That is something that does need to be done, so we'll have to see what's the best approach there. Probably narrow wheels and some solid fertilizer, and we'll try and wipe that out as well. So that would see us then in a pretty good place going into winter. So yeah, a couple of things on the agenda, and that's what we're going to aim for. So I'm going to crack on, get this done, and you'll join me here a little bit later and we'll be on a different farm activity. And we are back, guys. So simply we are out rolling, small little roller on the back here, doing our job 6 meters at a time, nice and handy. We'll get it done. So far so good. We've wheat seeded for the season, so it'll be interesting to see how that now yields and turns out compared to oats. Obviously hard to get a direct comparison considering we're using different fields. They are also different sizes and things like that, so it does kind of factor in. But look, we'll see if we can turn a little bit more money. Either way we'll end up with straw, and if we did oats we'd end up with straw as well. So that's really what we're concerned about when we do these cereal crops. It is more for bedding for the cattle, is why we do it. So that's what we're at, guys, and yeah, we are getting it done slowly but surely. We also must, as I say, fertilise the canola field, field 33. That is due, but there is, again, there's no real rush with it, but it is one of those things, if we can knock it out now, we'll get it done a little bit sooner, or to get it done sooner rather than later. It'll just take pressure off somewhere down the line. So we'll probably tip away at that, maybe into October, or we are in October, maybe into early November, maybe something like that. We'll see how it goes. But for now, as I say, we're just tipping away. Where do we want to go? We are all over the show, somewhere up here. So yeah, rolling is the vital part that we tend to forget. And considering we have the roller, we probably shouldn't let that yield buff go. So we'll take it all, and hopefully we can keep generating massive yields like we have this year. This year has been a bumper year for us, and timing of that bumper yield could be spectacular, because again, if we do manage to have a poor yield next year, I'm hoping come kind of around this time next year we should be milking cows, which means any falling crop income we could supplement it with the cattle. So that is another area we are looking at, 50 odd cattle there, so we should see a nice jump in money. I actually just really looking forward to getting to that stage where we're finally making good money with the cows. It's been a while carrying them, but it is what it is. We took over the farm, we had a 1.2 million debt, had to do what we had to do to survive, and yeah, definitely having the 80 cows at the start was a great help to us. So hopefully we get some good genetics, and we'll get some good money then from selling some of these animals as well, because we will have to replenish our stocks as we go as well. It won't just be a case of keep holding all the animals forever, because some of them will pass after a certain amount of time, I believe. So yeah, we just gotta keep doing what we're doing. So we're out, as I say, rolling, nothing much else going on. It's going to be slow. We're going to kind of get into that time of year now where we'll be selling a little bit of crop, and after that we'll be basically tending to the livestock on the farm. So tend to kind of skip time a little bit quicker in those months, but we'll see if we have any exciting projects. Definitely that cattle shed, if it comes up, will be one. As I say, we might look into swapping out the harvesters, but as I say, the process is in motion, so I'm hoping that happens sooner rather than later, because that will give us the money then to kickstart the second shed on the farm. So yeah, that is where we're at, guys. So with that, we are more or less out of this field, and we've only one field left to go. So we'll fold this bad boy up. We'll get into the next field and we'll start the process again. So nice little simple process. It's just a case of unroll it, drive around in circles, and we'll be rolling. Yeah, so as I say, exciting times ahead, but we'll slow down here now dramatically on the farm for the next couple of months. Our grass fields are growing away nicely, so we should be in it for a good first cut when it comes to harvest there, which will be, I would imagine, March, April. We'll be doing probably silage on the first cut, and we'll probably have a pit free by that stage. Second cut then, we are going to aim this year to do all hay if we can. I think we've learnt a bit this year again with the realistic weather mod on how to get our hay into a better condition, so that's what we're going to aim for. But yeah, we just got to keep an eye on that moisture level in the field and make sure it's not too crazy, and hopefully we have a little bit of a drier summer. This year has been a bit of a challenge, but we've still managed to make a little bit of hay, so if we need to, we can do the same thing again. But ideally, if I can get hay, one full cut of hay out of all my fields, that should be enough to carry us. Now, as I say, coming into next winter, we will need a little bit more, because we'll be carrying more animals. We could be up around 100 and maybe 110 animals, something in that range. So we'll definitely need to carry more supplies, be it silage and hay and straw, because we'll have a second shed to bed. So yeah, we'll have to look at all that. It will all be factored in, but for now I think all we can do is concentrate on making it a good first cut and really getting the best out of it, so we can fill that bunker. And yeah, as I say, I think we have about 140,000 litres left of silage in the other bunker, so that, yeah, will carry us for a bit. We're burning, it's about 10 days I think it'll carry us for. We burn about 12,000 litres every day of silage from just feeding animals, so yeah, we just need to be wary and make sure that we don't overdo it, that we end up running out, and that will become another issue where we have to start buying in feed, and yeah, we don't have the money for buying in feed. So definitely, if it looks like we're not going to be right with grass, we'll have to start looking at buying more land. So yeah, it'll be just a constant vicious cycle, and obviously the more animals we get, the more pressure that becomes. I'm hoping by the time we stick up our new shed, we should have the capacity for roughly 200 animals. So that would be the goal. Yeah, that will be the goal, guys. 200 animals. That's a lot of cows on the go. Yeah, it should yield us good money in terms of milk. So we'll any concerns or any shortcomings, we'll try and have to just make them up, because it's just going to be worth it. Really will be worth it. So that's it, guys. I think I'm going to leave it here. We are going to finish up rolling on this field. As I say, things will slow down. We don't need to fertilize these. Soybeans have a tendency to leave the ground kind of more nitrogen rich than where they entered, so that is good to see that has carried on. So I think the only field that is really lacking is our canola fields, field 33, so we will try and get out and get that done. But for now, I think we are where we are, and we'll tip away and keep doing the little jobs as they crop up. Field work is going to start slowing down, as I say, but animal work will pick up in around the farm. So with that, guys, I've been Snow86, this has been Ladyhill, and until next time, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all again. Take care.